Hello everybody and welcome back to the second of the Warhammer variants that I recorded. For the Chariot series here we have the 8K Warhammer. Now this one is quite a departure from the standard Warhammer builds in that it keeps the two PPCs but now they're heavy variants, and it has a single Streak 4. All of the other laser weaponry is removed, there's no ballistics, and it was one of the early 3070 designs that came out amongst a lot of the numerous Project Phoenix designs that obviously don't really look much like the original Warhammer due to the whole legal issues with Harmony Gold. I'd picked this one because, yeah, it was such a departure from a lot of the other variants. As I mentioned in the other video, there's no shortage of other Warhammers you could build, but there's such a minor change from the standard 6R. It's, as I said, it's you remove the machine guns and you get two flamers. You remove the small lasers because you added a heatsink or something like that. It's so negligible, it didn't really seem worth just recording what would basically be another 3 or 4 variants of the Warhammer 6R, essentially, with very little background information to give. As far as lore's concerned, this one was apparently a field refit for the Draconis Combine, hence the K designation, but it was using the 8D as its base, which was the pretty much all energy version of the Warhammer produced by House Davian. So the build is obviously focused around doing a huge punch of damage at that sort of nice medium to long range, backed up with the single Streak 4 to try and keep fast movers away from it, because it has 0 backup weaponry. Once you get within a certain range, it can't do jack all to you, basically. So I actually had trouble getting half-decent footage of this one because of the 90-meter minimum range, and once people obviously lock on and they can detect you with that, the first thing they do is just charge straight at you, especially since you are quite heavy. You're a 70-tonner that's only as deadly as your minimum range allows. Once you're within that, you're kind of relying on teammates. That said, I do still like it. I do like the fact that it is a version that uses heavy BPCs, because it's kind of surprising the number of variants out there that you could build in MWO that don't use light or heavy BPCs or snub nose. So it was a nice opportunity to get to use it. Compared to the 8M, I do prefer this one, mainly just because it's in my wheelhouse. It's just been pretty simple to use, straightforward, allows you to focus on the firing. Obviously, it's incredibly hot. You couldn't really fire both heavy PPCs with any regularity because you will overheat very fast. And you do have, there's numerous drawbacks with the PPCs because MWO things, you know, stuff like, did that hit? The server didn't think you hit. You try again, kind of thing. So that happens quite regularly. But when the stars align and all of the right star sign has been read, or been divined and all the rest of it, yeah, PPCs hit, they do good damage, and you actually blow a limb off or something, and you can actually contribute to the match. Yeah, that's one of the biggest drawbacks, really, is just the terrible hit detection. Even with host state rewind, the friggin' things never got fixed. So yeah, I think that's why some mechs sort of suffered in the early days of people just getting frustrated with certain weapon systems, and yeah, PPCs are definitely one of them. But it's still fun. I still enjoy the Warhammer 8K. I'll probably keep it in my lineup now, to be honest. It's a bit different to run during tour practices. So yeah, it was also one of those rare occasions where Solaris got picked. I remember Solaris was the shit for a while, and now everyone hates it. So I was kind of surprised this map got picked, but it was a great fight for it, actually. Urban combat seems to be a better fit, because although it forces closer range combat, actually means you've got better sight lines, because there's a lot of straight lines to encounter enemies at, which is good for direct fire weapons like the PPC. And as long as obviously they stay the hell away from you, you're going to be alright. So yeah, it was rare for this map to roll about. And it was a great move by the team as well that we split, which usually doesn't work in MWO, but it played out brilliantly for us, because we managed to isolate their assaults, and all of their fast movers and all the heavies and such got caught out. And yeah, they were in trouble after that because they got isolated and got taken out, and there was, lucky for our team, they weren't too aggressive. They wanted to kind of play sort of hit and run tactics, so yeah, it was quite fun. I do really like Solaris. I think it's one of the better maps in the game, despite all of the clunkiness of the design of it visually, and some of the fact that, you know, the lights aren't actually attached to the building, they're sort of hovering in front of it and they flicker a bit, and you've got some weird design decisions in there. But I think the idea of the map is good. It's something they could really expand on. Maybe just do a revamp of Solaris if they ever continue to sort of put any serious effort into updating the game beyond maintenance mode at the moment. Oh, this end bit, this Arctic cheater, he was so desperate to get me. Because, as I said, he realised that, you know, under the 90 meters, I can't do jack shit to him, especially with ECM. I can't lock him. If I hadn't have gotten over to a 2, I did shoot a friendly. He did see me do that because I was trying to get his attention, but I think I was under 90 meters. I think when I shot him, probably was. I probably did do team damage to him, unfortunately. But it was kind of a desperation of like, help! I get fucked up by an Arctic cheater. So, yeah. I was very lucky there that the teammates turned around and shot him, but he probably would have killed me. But yeah, Warhammer 8K, that was that. And that is the Warhammers. Next, be going over to the Venerable, the Mad Cat, the Timberwolf, the all-time greatest hit for the clans. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good week, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.